Hey, what's up, fragrance community? Rise Frags 34, another review for you. Thank you so much for being patient with me. A lot going on, very busy with work, so very blessed, and I'm thankful for that, but not a lot of time to do reviews and all that. They do take time, and especially this one, guys. Ensar Oud, you are incredible with what you are doing, and just the complex fragrances you're making and creating. It's just amazing, the creativity and artistry that you're putting into these, and the time, of course, and the ingredients and the notes that you acquire, with the musks and the ouds. So it's just amazing. I'm into any kind of fragrance. I used to wear Acqua di Gio, so that's just a typical designer fragrance, which I absolutely love. But when you kind of get into these, it's just, there's a lot of depth to it. It's not compliment getters and all that, but man, it's relaxing. It's it's like a meditation. It's just beautiful. These fragrances. Now I kind of understand the spiritual and a lot of the things that people wear these for and all that. So it's just really amazing. But Ensar, can't thank you enough for you creating a lot of these great fragrances. This one, Notes from Underground, of course. Just beautiful. I love the way it's just the leathers created for it. And like I said, the time and the write-ups on the actual site, if you guys take a look at this, it is just amazing. You'll really want a bottle, after reading it, just the time that goes into it. He talks about the musk that, found just a rare quantity of this musk that had a lot of it didn't even have hair on it. So again, it could be decades old. It could be centuries old. So just not getting too much into that, because I really want you guys to look at the site, read up on it. It's just beautiful. And the people who actually own this bottle, you'll kind of know, that there's a lot going on with this. Not knocking any other fragrance out there. I don't care if it's Nautica Voyage. I mean, I know that thought went into that, and I'm not trying to knock any other fragrances and all that, because they're all great. They all had some sort of creativity, so I would never do that. But just saying this one is, and a lot of the Ensar Oud and Arige, and that there's a lot of, it's a true niche, world with that, because there's a lot of it's just not about getting compliments and all that. It's just kind of for you in a way. It's a very personal scent, and either you just sit at home by yourself and just literally be in a quiet room and just relax and enjoy it, or you can wear it out and still feel good when you wear it. So that's what I love about fragrance. So there's no right or wrong. A lot of different people are going to get a lot of different smells from this. But I just wanted to bring you my thoughts like I normally do. So sorry to ramble on about that a little bit, but I'm just not a negative person. I don't want to crush any other fragrances out there, and I don't do negative reviews. I just don't think it's kind of right. If I don't like something, I just kind of put it off to the side. So, but hope you guys can handle that and deal with that. And I love all you guys for just sticking with me with my reviews and watching my channel. And I'm just, again, so blessed. I love this fragrance community, and I love just what the smells and just everything. It's a great hobby and passion to be into. But guys, Notes from Underground, Ensar Oud. This fragrance is pretty incredible. I think some of the notes are in there. You have Vietnamese oud, Vietnamese musk, like I was telling you, with the, not even the hair on the musk. I mean, could be aged for a long time. We don't know. So it's really interesting. I love that part of it, and what goes into these fragrances as well. And I know there's some iris in here, and tobacco, which I don't get a lot of tobacco, but there's some towards that dry down. But guys, kind of on the initial spray, you're like, wow, what is going on? I think it has to do with the oud, maybe in the musk, kind of playing it together. But it's just this beautiful herbal. It's kind of dark and bright at the same time. You get some of the brightness of maybe like the more brighter herbal, spices. But you're getting something a little bit sweet as well, and it just they feed off each other so well. And again, I wish I was an oud expert or a musk expert. I'm not. So you guys can kind of help me with that, where that's kind of coming from. But this isn't a typical citrus opening or anything like that. This is just a wow, in your face, just a beautiful, relaxing opening. I love it. And then towards that middle, the midway through, you can kind of think you're in a dark forest. You're getting some florals, you're getting some of that iris and maybe some of the little bit of the white florals in there. But it's still kind of dark, you get a little bit, it's kind of cooling too, which is kind of cool because towards the dry down it gets a little warmer, but you do have that little menthol aspect in the middle, which is kind of nice. It's not minty, but it's just like a cooling menthol effect, which is really nice. And it's not too much, because you're still getting a little bit of that, you know, warmth to kind of make it come together, but it's just kind of like something with the menthol and the florals and that herbal spices, which is just beautiful. And then, like I said, the middle dry down, it's going to warm up a little bit more. I do get a little bit more like vanilla through here. I'm not sure if there's vanilla in this, but it's more of like a vanilla kind of like cookie, maybe little hints of cocoa in there. And that's probably the oud again, that's playing a role in that. And it does sweeten up a little bit like a typical oud would. And it's just unbelievable. It's kind of, at one point, like I said, you're kind of in like a dark forest, and you're getting some of the little florals that are coming through, but it's damp. It's a little spicy, things like that. But then also it kind of reminds me of when I was a kid, when you get the sweeter part of it, and you walk into that. It's all made out of beautiful old wood, of course. So it's a wood building or like a log cabin. And you walk in, and there's like fudge off to the side, there's cookies, there's pastries, and it kind of gives you that really nice sweet vanilla-y, candy shop kind of feel too. So all that kind of comes in together, and it's just, this one now I can understand where Middle East and a lot of these spiritual, it's such a personal scent, and it's almost just, it's just relaxing. It's so enjoyable to smell something like this. Again, you don't want to go on your first date and spray 4 sprays of this on your neck, you know what I mean? And it's not something like that. And maybe she or he may really enjoy it, but again, it's not some crazy compliment getter or some very easy to wear fragrance. This is kind of personal, deep and personal for yourself. It's just amazing. And again, if your significant other likes it, great, wear it. And I'm not saying it's off-putting at all. There's no, very off-putting oud to this. There's no, like the kind of like the pee or piss kind of smell of the musk. You don't get any of that. It is just blended so well, and it's gorgeous. So that's what I commend these gentlemen for doing this, like the Arige and Ensar and Feel Oud and all that. It's how you can kind of come up with this the whole blended fragrance together, and it turns into something beautiful. Because again, if you take each of those ingredients, I'm sure they don't smell great. You got to really know what you're doing with the blends and how it's going to dry down and all that. So just the creativity is unbelievable. So I wish I knew more I wish I could memorize that whole write up on the site, because it is absolutely beautiful. You guys, there's so much that goes into it with Tonkin musk and how he went, there's just a lot to it. There's so much that I need to learn, but I love it. I wanted to kind of give you guys what I'm smelling. So thank you guys for being patient with that part of it. Here is the presentation is nothing too fancy. Like I said, I know you've seen them in my other reviews. So it's like a velvet, which is kind of nice. And there's the actual bottom, and then there's the top where it kind of sits in there in the lay. But like I said, it's a velvety, it's a nice little container for it. I wish it was a little, you pay this kind of amount of money. I really like where it opens up, so I love that. But guys, this is where it's at. Like I said, just that leather is just beautiful. And this scent, I mean, it's like I said, it's a little gourmandish, it's sweet, it's herbal, it's unbelievable. I just want to tell you that. So guys, there's the presentation for it. Solid wood cap, of course, and that I really just love the leather and all that. This is all hand carved and put together. So really great presentation. I just love it. But guys, hopefully I didn't ramble on too long. Like I said, I would love to have the knowledge of like some of these writers and putting these these written reviews on the sites and stuff, because it is absolutely gorgeous. But please, if you've smelled this fragrance, let me know your thoughts. Sorry, I was kind of all over the place. Let's kind of do a typical review rating. It's a 10 for 10 for me. Longevity, 15, 16 plus hours. I'll even wash my hand where I'll spray it after a shower, and I'll smell it, and it still smells. The projection is awesome. You guys will appreciate it, because a lot of times we think, hey, it's gonna last 20 hours. This thing is gonna project like a monster. It doesn't project like crazy, which is good. It's very personal. You will smell it, you know, within a good arm length, but it's not going to project like crazy, and it's not going to fill up a room like crazy. So don't overthink where it's not going to be that you know, crazy. Like, oh my gosh, what if people don't like it, or what if I don't, you know, what if I wear it somewhere and people are really off put by it? So don't worry about that. It doesn't project like crazy, and you know, just the creativity is unbelievable. 10 out of 10 there, and just how they can put, you know, grab a couple of these musks, you know, and just put it together, and you know, it takes months and months to create these. So, but guys, thanks so much. Rise Fragrance 34. Again, this is a costly one. It's $1,500 on the website. You know, a lot of these fragrances are limited. There's not too many. They only have so many ingredients to put in a fragrance. You know, so once it's gone, it's gone. But I believe it's still available. So guys, I would love to hear your thoughts on this if you smelled it. Really enjoying the Ensar Oud fragrances at this point in my fragrance journey. You know, again, I'm not forgetting about anything else, you know, but I'm really enjoying a lot of the fragrances that I'm encountering from Ensar and Arige and a lot of the natural ouds and musks and everything like that. So guys, thank you so much for always listening, and I love you guys for just stopping by, commenting, thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't. And more to come. I'm going to try and, like I said, put together a couple lists. There's just so many lists out there that, I don't know, I'm not getting bored of it, but I always like lists. Like I said, I mean, I always enjoy watching them and stuff, but sometimes it's just constant. So I want to try and give you just more reviews too. So hopefully you guys don't mind, and we'll go from there. All right, but I love you guys. Rise Fragrance 34, and stay tuned for some more reviews. Thanks again. Bye-bye.